Hey everybody, welcome back to Cumberlachia Homestead. It's a beautiful weekend. It's been so beautiful this past week. It's been in the 70s, low 80s, no humidity hardly. It's been wonderful up here until today, and it started getting hot again. But I am in where I usually film my kitchen videos, cooking videos. So nope, sorry, we're not doing any cooking. If you want cooking, you gotta go over to Greg's Cumberlachia Kitchen. There is a link down below. Just head over there and you can see what I've been cooking on my outdoor cooking area. Today I thought I'd talk about saving seeds from your tomatoes. Now, it's very simple to save seeds. You can do your own from your garden. There's just one thing. Tomatoes don't need a pollinator. They can self-pollinate. So when I'm in the garden and going around tomato plants, every time I see a yellow bloom, I just tap on it and it's self-pollinating it. You don't need any of the bees or other pollinators to come in and do that for you. But the problem is, if you want to save seeds for one particular kind of tomato, like this nice orange one, or like Cherokee purple, you have to either have nothing but Cherokee purples in the area, everything else has to be far away, or as the bloom starts to come out and turns yellow, you can put like a coffee filter or a tea bag. You can buy those on Amazon, they're real cheap. But just tie a little bag around that to keep that from any pollinators getting in there, from going from one of your regular red tomatoes or orange tomatoes to your Cherokee purple. That will keep your tomato seed true to that. Now, if you don't mind having all kinds of different things, you want to cross this with a Cherokee purple, by all means you can do that. But if you want to stay true and have true seeds, you do need to keep them either separated, have only that kind in the area, so no other pollinator is going to cross-pollinate your tomatoes, or you're going to have to buy seeds from somewhere that's already done that for you. But doing your own seeds is very simple. And I don't have my, okay, put everything away for the kitchen, so we're going to use this knife today. All you really have to do is open up your tomato, and usually do it in eighths because you want to get to those seeds. Let me get that all done. Okay, let me get a paper towel out there to lay my knife on so I don't get juice everywhere. Now, as you guys know, when you eat tomatoes and you got all those little seeds, I don't know if you can be able to see it, and I can't even get it, but these little seeds are covered in a little round mass of gel. That's just protecting them. The only problem is you can't dry these like this because then you're not going to be able to have them actually grow next year. So what you have to do is you take them out of here, put them in a jar with some water just for 2 or 3 days. No longer than that, because if you do, the seed's going to start deteriorating and then it's not going to be good for next year. But just what I did is opened up the tomato, and let me get some here. I'm just going to do one at a time so I don't get different seeds in here. But just take and run your finger down through there and get all the seeds out. Let them just drop right into your jar. I'd use at least a pint-sized jar because you want to have to get these in, put about 3/4 full of water. I'm not going to throw those tomatoes out because I'm just going to eat that here in a second for a snack. But you just, like I said, just take all the tomato seeds out for that one specific. Don't put 2 or 3 different kinds of tomatoes in here because you're not going to know what they are, and then you're going to get different tomatoes than you expect when you plant them. And each tomato is going to give you plenty of seeds for next year. You're not going to need to buy any seeds for this type. Just keep them in a cool, dry place, and they will last till next spring. And I love tomatoes. I'll sit down and have a tomato sandwich for dinner, and that's about it, because when it's hot in the summer, I don't like a big hot meal. I'd rather just have a tomato sandwich or maybe some cornbread and milk. Oops, I missed a couple seeds on that one. Kind of like my grandpa. That's how he used to do it in the summer. Mom says I'm a lot like him now that I'm up here, and I think that's a good thing. That was getting a lot of seeds out of there. Now, when you fill it like I said, about 3/4 full of water. Hold on just a second. I'm going to set these over here on this paper towel because I have a mess of seeds, as you can see right here, that have come out. And I'm just going to pour them right in here too. All right, so we have all the seeds in there. I'm going to clean my hands off. And then, like I said, well, there's some seeds down here too. I got them all over here. I got a mess. Okay, like I said, we're going to fill it 3/4 the way full of water. Don't use your tap water. It's chlorinated. You don't want any chemicals in there. Either use well water. This is my spring water that I get. I call it my Jesus water from over at the spring in town. And I'm just going to fill this about 3/4 the way full. And then you can either use a coffee filter or a paper towel. Put that on top. It's a large paper towel there going on that. And use a rubber band or twist tie or something. I'm back here nowhere near the cabin, so I don't have any rubber bands. So I'm just going to use my work string, tie it around here. Wet fingers. So these are the orange ones. I don't have, I'm going to rinse this plate. Actually, I got 2 plates. So I'm just going to do the red one now, put it in its separate jar. Once this sits for 2 to 3 days, you're going to take it out and you can either put it on a paper plate or parchment paper. You want it to dry completely for a few days. And what you're going to find is when you open this up in 2 to 3 days, everything's going to float to the top. All of the little bits of tomato and the little, I call them mucusy things, the gel packs around the tomatoes are going to go to the top. And you're just going to have the tomato seeds on the bottom. And then all you have to do is slowly pour that off. Maybe once you get about 2/3 of it out, get a little, I got a fly going around me. Get a filter, like a little strainer, and put it in there. That way you don't lose any of the seeds. But then you'll have all of them. And once you do have them dried, no matter how you're going to dry them, whether on paper towel or paper plate, not paper towel, because they're going to stick to paper towel, I think. I think a paper plate's going to be better. And then store them not in a plastic bag, either in an envelope, and I get little seed envelopes on Amazon. I'll put a link down below what ones I use. Label them, date them, put, you know, what kind of seeds they are. And then come spring, you're self-sufficient. You got your own tomato seeds that you can start in January or February, so when it's time to put them out, they are ready to go. There we go. Set this aside. I'm going to use a towel this time. I did bring a towel from the cabin, but that's the only thing I brought. So, I don't know if you can see that. All the seeds down in there, there's hundreds of them. And then I'm going to just fill that bit. Well, I just used the straight out of the tap because I just took this over this morning and filled it. Like I said, about 3/4 full. And then just take a clean paper towel or coffee filter and wrap it around top. That way some air can get out. I'm going to fold this one. Make it a little easier on myself. And I'll just do one wrap. Thought I was going to make it easier on myself. I didn't make it easier on myself. There we go. So there you go. Instead of paying $3, $4, $5, $6 for a little thing of seeds, you don't know what they are. Half the time they don't even sprout. Go ahead and do your own. You know what they are. You know the flavor you like. If you see some nice tomatoes at the farmer's market, some nice heirloom tomatoes, just grab one, get the seeds out of it, and then you got the rest that you can snack on. So doesn't look too pretty, but that is how you can propagate your own seeds and have them for next year. Stay a little self-sufficient. I appreciate you guys joining me up here on Cumberlachia Homestead. I'll get some more videos out to you soon. You might want to head over to my cooking site because I did just get a Blackstone. Haven't started anything on it yet, but we're going to start cooking on that. And we probably got a month and a half before it starts getting a little chilly out here. But as long as it's not snowing, I'll try to cook outside for y'all. So y'all take care and God bless. See you soon. Bye-bye.